Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Both nationally as well as locally, the countdown is upon us for the elections coming up, and candidates are making their final push, meaning they're either pulling out all the stops to try and earn your vote, or they're playing it a little safe if they got a cushion. Good thing Sean Gumatauta is here where we can analyze and kind of break down some of the tactics. And Sean, I want to kind of like shed light on the presidential debate. The third one actually happened, the third and final one. What can Guam candidates learn from what Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton did as far as, positioning and mudslinging and things like that, both pro and con?
I mean, from many of the professionals who have done politics on Guam here for the last 20 years, they will tell you it can be effective if it appropriately contrasts the record between two people. Now, if you're just going to throw it for the sake of throwing it, expect a response. Now, I think people think that either an ad or saying something very maybe down in the dirt toward an opponent, they would think that, okay, it may just not go unanswered. The responses normally would come, and a lot of people sometimes would frown on that type of political activity.
Now, mudslinging has never been something that you see every single year, and it never really gets too extreme on Guam. I mean, we have had trace amounts
smatterings,
of
over the last
smattering.
I would say since in the 90s, since 1994 at least, there's been, you've had your, I guess, series of ads that did have that. Generally speaking, some of the ads have gone down in terms of their negativity. Because, again, most of them have learned, if you throw a dark ad, there is a response, and sometimes that turns off voters.
And it's kind of like that precept of, if you're going to cast aspersions on somebody and everything like that, you better make sure that you have no skeletons in your closet, because they're going to come after you for that.
That's right. Again, remember, designed to contrast between either parties, views, or opinions.
Okay, so there was a local forum that was held here between former Governor Felix Camacho and incumbent Congressman Madeline Brandao the other day. They talked about a litany of issues relative to Guam's relationship with the federal government. You were there.
Yep. It
was the Rotary Club of Guam, of which you are a member. How do you think both candidates covered the issues?
I would say from a Rotarian point of view, as a member of the Tumon Bay Club, there was actually members from Northern Guam and Sunrise that were there as well. Rotarians are a very broad cross-section of the business community on Guam. They were looking for something very specific from the two candidates. I mean, they're both very respectable people. Their records are very tremendous, both hers in Congress, his as governor, hers as lieutenant governor, and lawmakers in general. We were all looking for the difference between the two. I think that it's the first time we got to hear both of them in that type of setting. And as we talked about during the Facebook Live broadcast, we're really excited to see what happens next when they go against each other at the University of Guam.
Yeah, and it was interesting.
Soon.
Yeah, because the debate format, even though that wasn't necessarily a point-counterpoint, structure of debate, it was more like a general Q&A. Debate, by its nature, is supposed to be almost like a gentleman's approach to warfare.
Right, and just to go back a little bit, they had a chance to talk about healthcare. They talked a little bit about the visa issue, self-determination, and I think the last one was, I can't remember what it was right now, but those issues in general for Rotarians, actually for all people, is important for all of us. Will it move the bar? I got asked that question yesterday. Did it move the bar toward any of the two candidates? And my answer to them was, I'm not really sure, because most of them were just analyzing the answers and were going back to their friends in the private sector to say, hey, this is what I heard at Rotary, what do you think?
Yeah, and just to be fair, gentlemen and ladies type
exactly.
of battling with respect to the incumbent.
Right, and again, it is a back and forth, and it is what is the difference between the two candidates, and am I getting my message out effectively between the two? And I think we got a first shot at looking at that, and excited to see what happens next.
Okay, well, let's end with this. Yes. For the senatorial candidates who are kind of like on the fringe right now, they're teetering between those 12th and 17th positions, and they kind of vacillate. What should they do with a few short weeks left to try and secure their place in the top 15 for the legislature?
I think the challenge that they face, especially if they don't have name recognition, is getting their name out on an issue. They're trying on social media, they're doing it in fundraisers, they need to talk and be at these events more. I think that they have the disadvantage. The incumbents now, I think that some of the people who are out saying, hey, listen, I want to make a change, are they making an argument to keep their seat? That's, I think, here at D16 and in the other forums, we have to all listen to see if, in fact, that they're doing enough work and saying the right things to change your behavior on Election Day.
All right, Sean, we appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
And we will see you on the flip side of this break. Please stay tuned.